Hi again, Marc Villeneuve, your expert in violin dealing, cryptologist, and ex-criminalist lawyer. Today we will study the Cozio Salabue Paganini Matsuda Stradivarius. Annibal Fagnola is again the maker. You can see the beautiful violin on imagery 1. What's important to notice, because we spoke about the Hills criminal fabrication on numerous times, they have contaminated the Paganini collection. In fact, Count Cozio, as you know, never existed. He is impersonated by Annibal Fagnola, and Fagnola was inspired in his very small city in Italy, very close to the Cozio di Salabue family. It's the father of Count Cozio di Salabue that was famous. He was famous because he invented for the game of chess, he invented many rules and things, and he was famous for this. But the son was probably not known at all, and after the death, of course, Fagnola make the dead speak for the Hills, but it's the Hills in general that are responsible for all of this, because Fagnola was a simple employee and he was a whistleblower. So now you have this violin that Cozio sold to Paganini, but it's all a lie. So there is an advertisement by Tarisio Auction House. It was on their catalog online, advertised with a certificate, a Hill certificate, and this is imagery number 2. Now let's go to imagery number 3. This is the original documentation provided by Jason Price, again from the Tarisio Auction House. The certificate is a Hill certificate, and it's dated 1930, so you can see that Annibal Fagnola was still working for the Hills, even if he had his own workshop in Turin. And we did not, you don't find here all the deciphering in our books on our website. We have deciphered, even the picture of the Hills office, the building. There are ciphers in there, and there are ciphers as well in the médaillon in the center. But it's this, you can read it in the book. What we will do right now is deciphering some parts of the text. So you can go to imagery 4, and now you're starting to be used with the Fagnola ciphers. So you can see the description of the orange, red, the color, this violin, etc. So you can see already at the top the L, A, N, and look of, you have a F inserted and a O, and also there is a that I didn't did. Then you can see the H's, in red. They're right under the letter L. And the complete description of the signature of Hills and Sons. And this, you have seen it in our previous videos. Fagnola has a very explicit way to ciphers W. I don't know which is the other William Hills, and Sons. So it's a black and white photocopy of the original certificate. Now you go to imagery 5, and you can see the details. So in the table you have a small I, an F, and an ictus, you know, and then you follow with the A at the center, but it's more within the signature itself that you have the N followed by the F, and there's a little A there too. There's a G that follows. It's a O. It could be an O as well. And then when in the hill there is a clear F there, it's a little bit faded, and a at the top, another A in the center with the L, and the A at the bottom, and a small G. This is completely below. And we have deciphered in detail the double F. You have to turn the image 1/4 up to the left, and that's what we did there in imagery 5. Imagery 6, you have again a clear view of the ciphers in the signature, and we go right in the middle because we've seen the other one. You can see always the central F, and with the A following the G and the L, A, you have the O, you have another F, you know, with the blue arrow, followed by a N, and then the ictus shape. The ictus we talked about it a lot in previous videos. The ictus is there, very clear, it's the L. Then goes down, it's another L, and you have all the complete lettering there, the G, the O, the A, and L, G. So now we go into the Nicholas Zachman book about the Messiaen Stradivari, a reliable story. His book is very close to mine in the imagery of Google. So here you should read the full text, you know, of Professor Zachman. Here we only provide the decryption of Count Cozio di Salabue writings, alias Annibale Fagnola. Imagery 7, you have the original Cozio writings for the Salabue Paganini Matsuda Stradivari, and it's in the margin that you can see. I didn't touch Imagery 7, the original, but in the margin, far left, you can see that he's writing that he sold the violin to Signor Paganini. I believe the date was 1816. Imagery 8, now you have the full description. You should be able to do this by yourself, but let's just go in the oval blue circle. Start with the F, the A right below, the L, the N, you have the G, a small G, followed by A, O, and N in the same letter minimalist A. Then you continue and you can see the LA, you can see the NO, a small G, and then a big F. So you have to read the two lines together to see the F, the continuation of the F. And it's the same thing in the middle. And the bottom line, just read it carefully. You will read all the lettering of Fagnola within this so-called Tuscan language, as John Dilworth calls it, but it's not the Tuscan dialect. It is not at all. Imagery 9, same, but I will leave to you, it's another segment, but you will read it by yourself. But you have to read them together because it's imagery 10 that is the most interesting. And you can see all the file within the text, you know. Look in the center, second line. the F. You see two big F there. Look at it. And look the G. And all continues, and it's clear. Fagnola inserted the secret message there. So this is imagery 10. So we expose here scientific evidence of Annibale Fagnola impersonating the Count Cozio di Salabue, being as well the author of the Hill certificate and the maker of the instrument. So we have two different sources, document sources, you know, the Hill certificate, the signature of Hill that is ciphered by Annibale Fagnola, and we have Count Cozio di Salabue original writings. You notice that in our previous videos we have destroyed the filiation of Antonio Stradivari, his first marriage certificate, being a complete criminal fabrication. So Francesco and Paolo Stradivari are fictional. We have decrypted the writings of Paolo Stradivari. So imagery 11, everything that it is within the square, pink square area, you can see that Francesco and Paolo Stradivari, Count Ignazio Alessandro Cozio di Salabue are fake owners, and of course Niccolò Paganini could not be, Baron Achille, the son of Paganini, could not be, and Violin could not have been into the possession of the instrument, Count de Virey as well, and Gann and Bernardel as well. So 1894 is the approximate date of the criminal fabrication for the Hills family. And imagery 12, we go back to things you have seen already. This is the marriage record of Antonio Stradivari and Francesca Ferraboschi in the third church of Sant'Agata in Cremona. It's dated 1667, and it's a complete fabrication for the Hills family by Annibale Fagnola. And imagery 13, you can see the complete decryption. It's very well done. Study it by yourself. So we invite you to join our YouTube channel and to join our website, and please inscribe yourself on the YouTube and share our videos. It's important. We don't charge for anything, and we don't make money of this. And of course we have the total negative, I wouldn't say negative appreciation, but negative behavior of existing experts, big expertise firms. They know about this, but they're in total denial. So thanks for watching, and there's lots of more videos coming up for you. Thank you very much.